Hello dear students, greetings to all. This is the continuation of the previous class, Act 3, Scene 2. In the last class we have seen Bassanio was making the selection of casket. In that scene, Bassanio was evaluating each and every casket, and finally he decided to select the lead casket. He requested to open the lead casket. During this time, Portia is standing aside, and the next dialogue Portia is saying to herself, and the dialogue is like this: aside, how all the other passions fleet to air, as doubtful thoughts and rash embraced despair, and shuddering fear and green-eyed jealousy. O love, be moderate, allay thy ecstasy, in measure reign thy joy, scant this excess. I feel too much thy blessing, make it less, for fear I surfeit. Portia says that now may all other emotions evaporate into the air, such as feelings of doubt, despair rashly conceived, trembling fear, and the green-eyed jealousy. So actually she says that all other emotions are flying away. Doubt, despair, jealousy, fear, everything. All other emotions are flying away. And I must moderate my love. And the love is excess. And love in her is excess. And that is too much. And she is feeling too overjoyed. That is what she says, that I must moderate my love. Oh love, be moderate. And restrain my ecstasy. I must rejoice within good measures and not too much. So what she says, that when she had seen that Bassanio is asking for the requesting to open the lead casket, she is becoming overjoyed, and because she knows that which is the right casket. That's why she says that at the beginning, I can teach you to select the right casket. And here Portia is becoming overjoyed, and she is unable to control herself, her love, her overjoy. And I feel too overjoyed, I must be less joyous, for I fear that I have an excess of happiness. So she is fearing herself that I have an excess of happiness. And O thou God of love, be calm and diminish this strong emotion. Reduce this excess of bliss, for I feel your gift too strongly. Make it less, lest I suffer from excess. So she says that that's why she says that I may suffer from the excess of overjoy. So in this dialogue, she says that my all other emotions, fear, doubt, and everything is just flying away, and the only one is left is the joy, the happiness, and that is becoming too much. That is all being overjoyed, and she is praying to herself that let it be controlled. And then Bassanio, what find here? He is opening the casket and he is looking at there. What find here? Opening the lead casket, fair Portia's counterfeit. What demigod hath come so near creation, move these eyes? Or whether, gliding on the balls of mine, seem they in motion? Here are served lips, buttered with sugar breath, so sweet a bar should sunder such sweet friends. Here in her hairs the painter plays the spider, and hath woven a golden mesh to entrap the hearts of men, faster than gnats in cobwebs. But her eyes, how could he see to do them? Having made one, methinks it should have power to steal both his and leave its unfurnished. Yet look how far the substance of my prize doth wrong this shadow, in enterprising it. So far this shadow doth limp behind the substance. Here is the scroll, the continent and summary of my fortune. So when Bassanio opens the casket, he gets a portrait of Portia. So Bassanio says, what find I here? What is this that I find? And he opens and he receives the fair Portia's portrait. What demigod hath come so near creation, So Bassanio is saying that who had created this portrait? The one who created this portrait may be a demigod. That means the person who created this portrait of Portia had created it so beautifully. That's why Bassanio is so surprised to see this beautiful creation. He continues, "Move these eyes, or whether riding on the balls of mine, seem they in motion." So Bassanio says that the eyes on the portrait are moving. So he is asking, or he is confused, is it moving? Does these eyes move? Or is it that moving in unison with my eyeballs? They seem in motion. So he says that the eyes on the portrait it is in motion, that the eyeballs are moving. Thereafter Bassanio is talking about the lips of the portrait, and he says that here are her lips, slightly apart by the action of her sweet breath. That means the lips are little bit slightly apart, there is a gap between the lips, and that is because of the breath. The breath is a sweet partition to separate two such sweet friends. So Bassanio says that those two lips are very close friends, and this breath is making a slight partition between these two lips. And then he explains, or then he says about her hair. Here in her golden hair, the painter has worked like a spider, making a golden web to capture the hearts of men, faster than nets are trapped in cobwebs. Bassanio is saying that the painter had worked like a spider to draw the hairs, golden hairs of Portia, and these hairs are something like a cobweb, and it attracts the men and traps the men. Bassanio says that men are trapped faster than the gnats. Gnats are the small fleas that usually get trapped by the cobwebs very easily. Again, Bassanio is looking at the eyes. Then he still says that, but her eyes, how could he see to do them? That means, but her eyes, how could the artist have painted these once he made one of them? That means when he made one eye, or when he drew one eye, I think its beauty would have distracted him so that he could not have painted the other. So that is what he says here. When he drew one eye, then the beauty of that one eye would have attracted the artist, and then he was unable to finish the other eye. Then that's why the Bassanio is surprised to see that how could he finish both of them. Then further he says that, yet look how far the substance of my prize doth wrong this shadow in enterprising it. So far this shadow doth limp behind the substance. But my prize wrongs this image, because my words falls as short of its beauty as it falls short of the real person it depicts. So Bassanio says that when I look at the real person, this image is nothing. This beauty of image is nothing, because artist was, he says, we can say that the artist couldn't draw the real beauty of Portia to this portrait. And then he gets the scroll and he starts to read. Dear students, we will see the scroll and the remaining part of the story in the next class. Have a nice day. God bless you.